Yes. Hi.
Hello. Finally. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Pippa was trying to get in. My dog.
No, she's welcome. Here, I'm going to let you see. Yay, come on. There's
say
Gizmo.
hi.
Oh, hi, baby. Oh.
Say hi. Hey, Cap.
So cute.
Oh,
So cute.
Hi. Hi, Mom. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Gizmo.
Sweetheart.
Gizmo's sleeping.
Gizmo's over there. He's on the other side of the box, so he might not be able to walk by. Usually he just kind of like travels back and forth here. So we'll see. If he tries to get by the box, we'll have to move the box and let him shimmy. But he's my Instagram live buddy and my buddy. He's the best. Wait, so how old is your puppy?
She's 8 months, I think. Yeah, I have an 8-month. I have an 8-month-old, and then I have an 11-year-old, and each of my boys have a dog. So now we are a 5-dog family.
We're a 4-dog family. So
okay.
So I'm down. I'm down with the 4, 5, 6. They need buddies, so
Yeah, they do. But I'm telling you, the hair on my floor. I mean, I bought one of those Dyson thingies. Oh my God! Thank God.
Or I have a friend, and they have a couple of those, those robotic ones that just kind of do their thing. I don't know if they work. So Gizmo sheds for sure, but our other dogs are. We have a Maltipoo, so she doesn't really shed. And the Shih Tzus, they kind of shed too. So I mean, I could literally sit here and talk to you about fur babies.
I know, right?
The entire time. I love it. But thank you so much for being here, because you're so busy. I see you doing so many different things, and
as do you. I see you. Yeah, we're all busy. We like to be busy, right?
We are, and there's a quote that you said that I was so drawn to, and it was, your message is to never give up. You know, that women, we are the ultimate multitaskers. We're capable of anything, and to never let anyone make you feel less than that. And I literally saw that, and I printed it out, and I stuck it on my board, and it really spoke to me. So thank you.
My pleasure. But I also, one of my best attributes that I don't know how to teach people is I'm very naive. I don't think something's not going to work out. But if it doesn't, it's just a message to do something else or do it differently. So I just keep going. And I'm like, why not?
Yeah, no, I love that. You have to teach that. I mean, that's part of what we're talking about today. And I don't know if you jumped on earlier or not, but I have already shared about how you're just this incredible, you are an icon. You are just a titan, not just in the beauty space though, but just as a service to all women. I mean, you are someone that it's not just women that look up to you. I'd say all entrepreneurs, young aspiring entrepreneurs, just to see everything that you've done with your career, and you have 9 best-selling books, and to do what you've done with Bobbi Brown, with the makeup line, and then decide, okay, so now I'm going to go launch Beauty Evolution because I believe in health and wellness, and that's inside out, and then to build an entire empire from that. I mean, you're amazing. Aww. You're a unicorn, and thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm just someone that gets bored really easily, and I have no hobbies. My kids are out of the house, and I got to find something to do, so I might as well do what I love.
Gosh, I mean, you do everything. So I really want to know, how did that inspire you? I read that you were a health coach. I'm not sure at what point in your career, but obviously I feel so connected to you because of that health and wellness and the importance of the beauty within. So I'd love to just kind of start there before we dive into everything else.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've always been someone that is, so interested in food, in diet, in exercise. I think I've always wanted to just be a better version. When I was young, I wanted to be a different version. I wanted to be, tall and lanky and blonde and like my cheerleader friends. And it took a while to realize no matter what I ate, drank, and exercised, I would not be that. So, it takes a while to kind of figure out who you are and be okay with it and feel good about it. So I've always been, someone that was like always trying to diet myself to an event or diet myself into an outfit or diet myself into fashion week. And one day I said, this is really stupid. I just need to eat healthy food and, make sure I have a wardrobe that allows me to be comfortable. But I was also curious, what does food do? Because I love to eat, and some food doesn't make me feel good. Some of my favorite foods doesn't make me feel good. So I had to start giving certain things up, but that didn't work either. So I've kind of gone full circle. I went back to school, got my degree from Institute of Integrative Nutrition, IIN. And it was just an amazing experience learning different modalities and then I turned it into, like I do, I didn't, open up a practice of health coaching, but I turned it into Evolution 18.
I love it. And thank you so much for everything that you sent. I loved it. I got to play with it. The gummies are delicious. I mean, I do my apple cider vinegar every day, but I have clients that just really cringe when I tell them they need to have this. So this is perfect, and I'm definitely going to send them your way for that because I still want them to have it. But I can't get them to take it in a liquid form like that.
I like something sweet after I eat. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but even breakfast, it kind of closes the deal. So 2 apple cider vinegar gummies just literally, shuts me down. And then I don't know if they sent you the CBD gummy.
They did. I had that too. That was super
I have it after dinner, and it just, you don't get tired. It just takes the edge off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I love that also.
Those were yummy. Oops, sorry, guys. So I am wearing your makeup. I mean, I'm wearing strip lashes too, but I'm wearing your makeup, and I don't. I'm not great with putting on makeup. I just
you are too.
Throw it on. I just kind of throw. But what I love is that your balm. You're like you just scrape. You just put it like you just scrape it off. Break the seal, and then you just put it on your hand, and you just put it on your face that way. I'm like, oh, I can't mess that up.
Yeah. You know what? You can't mess it up. I always like to create makeup that just is easy to use, but just makes you look better. So I don't wear a ton of makeup anymore, but I do put makeup on so I don't look tired. So my eyebrow, I have to fill in my brows. I have to wear mascara. I have to line my eyes. But, I like things pretty low key.
But what you've done is you've given that to millions of women out there where we can feel, it doesn't feel heavy. We've still got the makeup on. So we feel, we feel made up. We feel touched up. We feel pretty. But now your makeup is actually good for our skin, which is, I feel like that's the key component of it. And what makes it so different from so many lines out there is that you're actually nurturing your skin with that balm.
And the great thing about the balm is if your skin is not too dry, you could literally use the balm, go like this, and you don't even need a moisturizer.
Yeah.
Depending on your skin. Yeah.
I love that. So, okay, I interrupted you. You're talking about IIN. So let's take us back to that.
Yeah. Okay. So I loved, what I learned at IIN, and every single, section that they teach you, whether it's keto or vegetarian, whatever it is, I was like, I have to do this. I have to try this. And then I would get into the next, section that's about eating plants. And I'm like, all right, I have to eat plants. Then I would do the paleo. I'm like, yes, I need more beef protein. And finally, by the end of the entire, course, I learned the most important thing, which is making sure you put the most healthy food into your body. It doesn't matter what you choose to eat or not, as long as it's the best quality of each of those. And you know what? I even eat, gluten now because I just do it when it's worth it. When my son bakes, sourdough bread, I eat it. I'm not going to eat Wonder Bread. And you know what? I'm not that sensitive to it if I do things really carefully.
Yeah. And also, so much of it is about the quality of the wheat to begin with. So, when you're using really good quality, you could use an heirloom wheat even better. But if you're using really high quality wheat, then unless you have actually an allergy or you're allergic to like gliadin or something, then you can most likely tolerate it and digest it.
Well, it's so funny because I'm someone that's around a lot of experts, and I've had so many people look at my blood or not look at my blood, and they say, "No, you're very sensitive to it." And I'm like, "Okay," and then I believe them. But then when I eat it and I'm not sensitive, I'm like, "Okay, I'm really." It's not such a big deal. So I try to. It's more intuitive eating, and I listen to my body.
Yeah,
and I just like really good food. I wish I was a better cook in the kitchen because I love very simple food, but I'm not great. I don't have attention span for recipes.
Well, you just need to know how to eat good food and have someone who can help you with that. So that's the most important part. Well, I don't know how much you know about my practice. I have my practice is called Culinary Alchemy, and it's a healing program really about how to heal and really optimize your body. But it's like a step further into intuitive eating. It's more than just your intuition. We really do a deep dive into your physical body, right? What your physical body, wants, what it likes, like the nutrient levels, like where you're at through labs. But then I also do energy work because I'm a Reiki master. So we're really.
Can you get me now? Can you touch my head now? Okay.
I can do distill. We do distill after this. We could if you want to. I'd be honored to. But we do. I kind of take a look at your energy centers, and so I believe, and I've seen it work over and over and over, that when you're nourishing your physical body, but also your energetic body, at the same time, that's really what kind of gives you that optimal, really nourished and like you feel amazing. So we can do that if you want. Like after this.
I'm so into all those things. I'm very open-minded. And so many people are saying water, water, water. I try so hard.
Water.
It's so difficult. I have water everywhere I go. It's so hard. No, we're, with the masks, we wear a mask all day. And it's hard.
Water is my number one thing, though. Don't feel bad because I think I've only had 2 clients ever that were hydrated enough. Everyone else is not hydrated enough.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, 1 ounce per pound you weigh, and that might seem challenging, so you can kind of go slow at it, but we can work on that. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
We can do like a read and an energy intake, see what parts of your body need nourishing and need some support, and then just tweak it a little bit and see how.
And you're in Santa Monica.
Yeah, I'm in.
My son just moved there. My son just moved there, so I am trying to go visit him. So if I do, I will definitely call you.
Oh, good. Yeah. You'll have to. We'll have to get together, and then we'll have some really yummy food.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It'd be so fun.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm so sorry. You guys, I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting myself and I'm interrupting her because I'm enjoying our conversation so much. But I need to let you continue talking about just Beauty Evolution, how this happened with food, and then how you decided to pivot and create these other brands.
Well, so much for me is not necessarily strategic and planned out. I left Bobbi Brown Cosmetics in 2016 in October, not knowing what I was going to do. I had no plans, had no idea. I had my 9th book to promote, Beauty from the Inside Out, which was my start of really, using my platform to teach people about food and wellness. And then I worked on renovating a hotel with my husband, and I just started doing projects. That's when Evolution 18 was born. And that's been, I guess, 4 years now already. That's crazy.
So cool.
Yeah. And most of the products are just, things that I absolutely can't live without, and it's been really fun. And I went back to makeup. I really didn't think I was going to go back into the beauty business.
Yeah.
But in those 4 years, I made a makeup masterclass with Masterclass, and I went to India to teach makeup at the very first Indian makeup show. And I just realized that's who I am. I'm a makeup artist. That's what I love to do. And I was using a lot of the clean brands, and I really wasn't smitten. Like there was some things I liked, but I just thought, you know what? I think I still have something to teach. And I really wanted to teach women a new way, because I spent so many years teaching women a certain way. Yeah. And I evolved, and I wasn't able to kind of step away from, you know, the brand and become really the person I really am. Yeah. And so I feel now more authentic. And, you know, I just want to teach people, like, guess what? If you don't have blush, do this. Yeah. Look at how good you look. And, you know, and that's the color blush when you go to buy it, you should buy, because, so I just want to teach some of those things and holistically how everything works together.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, because, you know, I actually just shared a video yesterday about perfectionism, you know, and about authenticity, and how when you're not your authentic self, you feel disconnected, you know, and you're disconnected too from like others when you can't really be your authentic self. And so I love that as you grew and you evolved, you know, you created around that, you know, and not around like a persona that maybe had been created around you.
Yes, yes. And you don't realize that when you're in it. I mean, I was always authentic in myself, but there were so many situations where I really wasn't, and I didn't realize it. And then you know, you walk away and you're like, oh, who is this person? Like, you know, and you just realize, you know what? I love being who I am now. You know, and I feel really comfortable, and I love the people in my, you know, around me, my posse, my people. And, you know, I don't know, I feel the best that I felt in, you know, decades, honestly.
That's beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Like I feel like that's what we all want, you know? So, and I feel that especially now after last year, and I know so many women who kind of struggle with that if they decided to have kids and they've been career women, you know, like up to that point. Like, how did you know, like, how did it click for you? Was there any process that you went through, you know, when you were like, okay, I thought this was me, but it's not, and this is what I want to do now, and to pursue that? Because I think that's where a lot of people that's where they get stuck, you know?
Well, it's not an overnight thing. Sure. And, you know, so my husband and I have 3 boys, you know, 30, 28, and 22. So I always, you know, was a working mom. I was always like juggling all these different things. And when they all moved out of the house, was like, I was 59 years old, and that's when I walked away from the company. So all of a sudden it was like, okay, I mean, I didn't plan anything. And I just started breathing a little bit more. You know, I had, you know, look, one of them lives with me now. Someone else, you know, another one came home for a while. I have had nephews that live with me. So I'm not an empty nester by any means. And I enjoy having, you know, even though I complain about their messes, I enjoy having them around. You know, but this, you know, I think this pandemic for me personally has made me realize how the things that mattered so much before don't anymore. And the authenticity of like doing these talks and and, you know, the dogs running in the background, or my husband like walks through. I'm like, dude, I'm live. You know, he needed something in the kitchen. Like all those normal things are okay. Like we always tried to put this work face on and be totally professional. And you know what? We have good days, we have bad days, and you just got to let it go. Yeah. So,
no, that is really one of the best things about the pandemic and about last year, because I'd never done lives before COVID. I was, you know, so worried about, exactly what I shared in my video yesterday. Just still working on the perfectionism thing, feeling like if I don't show up my best, I'm not showing up for people, and not knowing how to do all the lights and just I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And when COVID hit, and we actually got COVID. My sister got it first.
Wow.
And then I got it from her, and it was in March, right at the beginning. So it was
wow.
wild, right? And so many unknowns, and so many people were calling me because they wanted to know what to do for their nutrition and immunity, and they needed healing and Reiki. And I was working so much, and I thought I need to be able to talk to more people than who I can talk to on the phone. And then ended up doing the lives because I didn't know how else. And if it wasn't for the fact that the dog can run back and forth and everyone's in their PJs, and for the first 6 months, everyone's roots are down here, and it didn't matter because we were all in the same space, it probably would have been different. It would have been really different.
The thing is, we are all human. We all have the same desires. We have the same issues, the same problems. And you never were allowed to, bring that into work, God forbid. Yeah. Even though if you worked for me, you were allowed to come in and tell me what was personally going on, if you needed to not be there or something. But in general, I think hopefully this has given everyone a realization that the things that matter, and the things that don't matter.
Yeah.
And, and there's so much opportunity for everyone.
Yeah.
And, you have a choice in this world. You could be a good, nice person, or you could not.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and it's so true. And that's been one of the beautiful filters, I think, and just just a reframe. And now we have lenses on that are so much more clear about the things that have always been right in front of our face. So I agree with you there. And thank you for sharing that. And I just want to acknowledge all the people that are on here right now. There's so many people that are on here. I was blown before you even jumped on. And I think a lot of these people are your fans. And now
I don't know. I think it's your audience. You have a very, very engaged audience.
Well, there's a lot of Bobbi Brown love here, and a lot of people who say they love Jones Road and they love what you've done. And so I just want to acknowledge you guys for sharing that and for supporting, because that's what keeps us going as
it does.
Small and big businesses. It's just you guys, and being here means so much. So I just wanted to acknowledge you guys for a minute. I'll probably do it 10 more times, but
and I love everyone's comments here and also on Instagram, because that's how I learn what people like, what they're having trouble with. I've had people that say, I bought the balm, but there's no color coming out. And then I realized, you have to break the seal.
Yeah.
So, which I didn't even realize, it's innate for a makeup artist to go like this and go like this. But for most women, they do this. So, I had to I knew from the people. If you
didn't say that, I wouldn't. I would have just delicately just did the top two.
And nothing's coming out. So, so things like that. And someone said they love our eye pencils. Brown eye pencils back in stock today.
Okay, so I tried to use it. I'm not good with the eyes. I always try to mess it up. So I mean, I'm gonna have to just watch more tutorials because I know that you can smudge it. And I was trying to do it.
I mean, it's very, very dense. So you could warm it up on your hand a little bit. You just start at the outside. And you go close to the lashes, and then you look in the mirror and say, oh my God, I missed a lot. And then you go back and fill it in.
Okay.
And you can leave it like that. You could leave it like that if you want a dark line, or you could smudge it. I mean, I use the brown that way. I also fill in my brows. I put it in. I'm in desperate need. Yeah. And I'm in desperate need for a touch up because my hair is 100% white, but I need a touch up. So I put it in my, because I put brown eyeshadow and the pencil in my part.
You really that's a good trick.
Oh yeah. So
that's a really good trick. I need to do that because I miss my time all the time.
Yeah.
I'm told, sometimes, so when are you getting your hair done? I'm like, all the time. Well, I wanted to know, what was your inspiration to redo the George? That's it sounds like such a cool project, but
Yeah.
That's so interesting. So,
well, honestly, when I left the brand, I mean, I had been working for the past 30 something years, raising kids and working. All of a sudden, I woke up in the morning with nothing to do, which was, most people would say, aren't you lucky? Take a vacation. I was like, what am I going to do? And so it was hard for me. Honestly, It took me a while. I made phone calls. I called people. I went in, had breakfast and lunches. And my husband said to me, I'm so glad you left because I want to spend time with you. We've been married 32 years. He said, but I have this project. My husband's a developer and he usually buys these old, broken down, crazy places and turns them into residential or businesses. He said, what do you think about doing a hotel with me? And I was like, what do I know about hotels? Nothing, except I stay in them. So it was a 32-room boutique hotel, once family owned, that we turned into 31 rooms because I turned one room into the Peloton gym. Oh. And we started. He's really talented and brilliant. He does all the renovation and does all this cool, decoration and all this great stuff. And I did brand partnerships. I was like, all right, in my hotel room, I want an espresso. So we called up Nespresso. I'm like, I want to sleep on Casper sheets and a Casper mattress. We did that. I'm like, I need a Dyson hairdryer. Okay. So we just started putting our things together and hope, we don't have a liquor license, but when it's not COVID, we have a beautiful wine and, and bar service. And my goal is that, how I want to experience travel. I want people to be comfortable. So it was fun. It really was.
Oh, I love that. It's that. I mean, I feel like sometimes the best projects come out of having no pressure and you get to just kind of like put your love and your own inspiration into it like that.
So, when you're a creative being, it's like, okay. And I love not knowing something and I love figuring it out. So the same thing kind of happened like with F18 where, I met someone that said, what would you create? You have here. And I said, give me a piece of paper. Right. And I started writing down. And this was the first product, which is the energizing chocolate, because it's got everything's, clean ingredients, but it's whey protein, chocolate, it's cocoa, it's coconut oil, MCT. It's got monk fruit to sweeten. It's got fiber, so it fills you up. And it tastes like, the best hot chocolate in the afternoon. So that was my first product.
I love that.
And so that's how I think of things. We also have a vanilla, which literally turns off your sweet tooth and calms you down at night. It's got collagen and hyaluronic acid and magnesium. And we're waiting for 4 more flavors, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh, good. Tell me what flavors.
Let's see. We've got, let me see if I remember. We have a chocolate mint, tastes like a Girl Scout cookie. We have orange creamsicle. Oh, and a regular chocolate. I also wanted a chocolate collagen. So we have 3, so we'll have 4 all together. And then one other special notice I want to tell everyone about. I made this for me. This is called De-Bloat.
Oh, I love. I have mine and I love.
And these are the days you wake up and you're like, oh my God, what did I eat yesterday? And you can't get your rings off. This is amazing. My son in his fraternity, when he was in college, I've not used it for this, but they say great hangover cure, De-Bloat. And it's got, it's got everything from apple cider vinegar to hydrangea to dandelion. And, I just make a big thing of water and I just cleanse myself out.
I love that. And, me being the nutrition nerd that I am, I love the products. I love the ingredients that you're using, and I love how you pull everything together. There's been a lot of questions about the hotel. So the hotel is the George, right?
Yeah, the Instagram is the George Montclair. Yes.
The George Montclair. And if you guys go, I pinned on the very bottom here, I pinned the comment. That's Bobbi's Instagram account. And if you go there, I'm sure you'll find links to everything. But it is in New Jersey. In
Montclair, New Jersey, 12 miles out of the city.
Okay.
And, we've had a lot of really fun, interesting people stay at the hotel.
Oh,
You know?
fun.
Yeah, it's been really fun. When Steven Spielberg was filming a movie nearby, he was our guest for a while, which was, really exciting for us.
Yeah, no,
So,
he's like, grew up watching all things Steven Spielberg, so that's pretty magical.
Yeah.
So that's where that is, you guys. And then for Evolution 18, you can go to, I should have tagged it here. There's so many things to tag,
well, you go to evolution18.com, or we are now on Amazon.
Yes. Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
And, you guys know that I have a product too, Just Add Water, but that's all plant-based. So, if I were to recommend something that is not plant-based, it would be Bobbi Brown's product. So, I see right here, Evolution 18.
Okay.
There you go. For you guys, it's right here. You can also go to Bobbi's Instagram account, and again, the handle and all the information is there as well. But these are super yummy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And honestly, I'm excited that people love them. I love comments, and I particularly love, comments about Jones Road Beauty, which is Instagram too.
Yes. So I'd love to talk about that for, just a few minutes.
Sure.
So, and it's probably somewhere, and I just didn't peek and I didn't Google and find it, but like your inspiration for the name, that's always very curious to me.
Right. Well, when you have a new brand, and I didn't, I sold my name, which was fine. Yeah. So I knew I couldn't use that. And we would have all these like really fun meetings, what we can call it, call it natural, call it nude, call it hardly there. We couldn't get any of the names. We couldn't agree. And it was really driving me crazy when I can't achieve something, I get crazy. And one day I was in the car with my husband, and he drives, and my job is to look at Google Maps and Waze. God forbid we're 60 seconds late anywhere. And I was looking down on Waze, and I saw a street that was called Jones Road. And I said out loud, Jones Road Beauty. And my husband said, I like it. And I emailed everyone in the office, and everyone liked it. So there is a street in East Hampton, in the Hamptons, called Jones Road. And I loved it because it reminded me of the UK, and I'm a total Anglophile. Yeah. And it just sounded like an old, like authentic brand. And, I also can't use brown. I thought Jones is a good substitute. So Jones Road.
I love it, and it does. It has such a cool ring to it. I was like, but again, I know you had sold the brand, and it was your name, but I'm like, well, what made her come up with Jones Road? Yeah. And that's so cool. I love the story, and it's almost like the universe hands you those things, right?
Yeah, when you least expect it. Yeah.
And I love also. I wasn't expecting it because you are literally the serial entrepreneur, and we're here. We're talking about innovation, and when you say, you really didn't know what you were going to do, and you kind of went that way, like that actually gives someone like me. You made me feel better because with a lot of the things I've done and that we're doing. We don't know what we're doing a lot of the times. Like
you never know. Honestly.
No, when we were doing Just Add Water, we had no clue what we were doing. Cooking, getting food, cooking a recipe, manufacturing a product, total different thing.
Yeah.
And clueless,
Yeah. And, I get calls all the time from people that have businesses and want to get my opinion. And sometimes I have these calls with these very, very bright people out of, business school, Harvard, Stanford, Columbia. And they literally get me on the phone and start asking me all these questions, how do you do this? 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 And finally I say, you haven't even talked about the product. And they're like, well, there isn't a product yet. I'm like, well, then you don't have a company yet. Why would you get funding? Why would you get funding? Why would you have, a marketing plan? Why would you worry about getting influencers interested or focus groups? You don't even have a product yet.
Yeah.
So, it's all about the product. I don't know about your product.
Oh, we have, that's because your box is on its way.
See, I make sure I get the box first to you so we could talk about it. I could have held yours up and talked about it and asked you a million questions.
Oh, we'll have to do something again then,
Yes,
if you have time.
Yes,
definitely. Because since you didn't get the other thing, and I was like, okay, I gotta make sure she's around. We'll send it because we do.
But now I got 2 of those beautiful bracelets.
So
one came to my house, one came to the office.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you got it.
Thank you. Yeah, so thank you so much. Now, what is your nationality?
Oh, I'm Chinese.
You are Chinese.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm 100% Chinese.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents grew up in Hong Kong, and so I was like, oh, you're the ox and it's middle ox, and we can do these things with the coins, and then it's perfect because it's right around Valentine's, and we can do the garnet, and so. But we have a special box for you, and it's got a bunch of Serena Loves things, and then it has Just Add Water, which it's so funny you said that about the product because I always thought we did things backwards. I Just Add Waters, I call it everything that you need in a day, and it's made from pea protein, so it's all plant-based, and it's got antioxidants and adaptogens and probiotics, prebiotics, digestive enzymes.
Wow.
Our signature flavor is also from, it's cocoa flavored to kind of cover up all the grains because there's all these super greens in it. But I had made it for my clients, because they would travel and, a lot of my clients are in front of the camera. And so they land and they have to look the part and they can go for 12 hours. So they'd always come back a mess. And I was blending this and putting them in Ziploc bags, literally in Ziploc snack bags, and did it for a while, giving that to them. And then one day after we were at the Cannes Film Festival and they were drinking it, and I need a battery charger. It says low battery. I know. I'm just like, I just want to make sure this doesn't cap out. Let me see if this works here.
See, this is what I love about lives. Yes, it's happened to me so many times.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Now I'm charging.
Good. All right, good.
Okay. But anyway, they were drinking it, and it's not the prettiest thing, right? Because it's like green and brown and all good things in it. It's not like pretty. So, and their friends were like, what is that you're drinking? Because I was with you till 5 a.m. at Hotel du Cap, and I do not look or feel like you right now. Is that your secret? And so then it just became a thing, and they asked me if I had more. And I'm like, yeah, I had these Ziploc bags, and it became a thing. And they were like, we need this. Can I buy this? And I was like, yeah. and I called my sister, and I'm like, so we need to come up with a logo for this thing we've been calling Just Add Water, like just amongst friends, and we're going to have to, and we didn't know what we were doing.
Congrats. How long ago did it launch?
It was about, I would say it's been about 3 years, almost, maybe like 2.5, 3 years. And we've not put any advertising. It's just been very grassroots. And
cool.
Supported by my clients, a lot of them,
of course.
I have them on set. So,
I
mean, just really grateful that people like the product, and so, but you're going to get some, and it's going to, awesome. It's different from yours because it's plant-based. But and we use stevia. We're switching one of the formulations to monk fruit, but we use organic stevia.
Right. So. Yeah. It's hard to find things that taste good.
Yeah, I mean, it's once you put all the good stuff together, it's hard to make that taste good, and you want people to use it because it's so good for you. Like I do an elixir every morning for myself and my sister, and some of my clients who can do it, but I mean, it doesn't taste great. I'll be honest. It's got so all kinds of good immunity things in it, but sometimes with Chinese herbs, it doesn't taste good. Wow. But if you can do it,
it's magical.
Right. Yeah. But for the general consumer,
do you give recipes how to change it a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's Just Add Water because that's basically what I told my clients to do was like dump it in water, come back to me whole. But no, we have recipes and things to like make it taste better. So we do that, and then we do the other things too, like crystals and such. So I'm just so. I'm so honored that you're here and just sharing all of this. And I have to tell you, I told everyone before you came on that, you inspire me all the time, but you inspired me to do something just in like the last few days. I saw that you were doing this thing with the mentorship Like, was it 2
I did it today. I did it today at 1:00. It was so awesome. You know, I think we had about 80 or 100 people sign up, but only 15 showed up.
Wow.
And honestly, it was incredible. I had 15 women. And I mean, I bet there's some on here. Yeah. I literally had each of them introduce themselves, talk about what they're going through. And by the end, everybody was like, oh my God, I hear myself in this. And they started exchanging emails and phone numbers. And honestly, the stories, I'm so uplifted from this. I was drained, but then uplifted. And it's amazing. And I know there's got to be some way to do this, you know, in a better, bigger way. But yeah.
I don't know, but I signed up. I signed up to be a mentor because I saw that. Okay. And I went to the site because I didn't know what it was, and I looked it up, and they're still taking mentors. Right. Yeah. I mean, I could be a mentee too. But, I signed up to share my time.
That's so nice. It was really cool. I'm really proud of, you know, Dee, who I met a couple years ago at an event, you know, that put this together. It's really cool.
Oh, it's
really
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Awesome. So another thing you inspired me to do. So thank you for that. It's so
my
cool.
My pleasure. Well, do we have each other's cell numbers? I think we do. We're not going to post it here, but I'll make sure.
No. I'll DM
so we can text. Yeah, DM me and then we'll text.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay. And then I wanted to say one more thing.
Yeah,
I'm not going this. Okay, good. I'm like, I mean, I know I'm coming up to the hour, so I'll have to go see maybe they kick us all off. But first of all, thank you guys all for staying on. You guys are super rock stars that like you're just letting us chatter and you're here and you keep sending messages and hearts. I'm so grateful for you guys. And then the other thing was I found out that you have a clubhouse because we were talking about clubhouse today earlier. Like I had just joined and I just like started this club where I cook. We do like a cooking show or, you know, I don't know if you want to call it a cooking show, but we do a cooking room.
Cool.
Yeah, on Monday. So you'll have to join.
I will. Do you know Tina Craig from You Beauty?
I don't know her.
Oh, well, I'm going to introduce you to her. She's Chinese, and she is the biggest entrepreneur with the biggest heart. And so her and I are doing it together. We've known each other for, you know, over a decade. And
amazing.
She's a powerhouse. And you guys together would, you know.
I would love to meet her. And
so come on the clubhouse and then we'll bring you up to the stage.
Oh my God!
I know, this whole it's like we have one more thing to do: Instagram lives and clubhouses. You know,
but you know what? One of the things that's so rewarding about doing this, even though it is a lot of and it's I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's a lot of work because you know we record these, we cut it up, we clean it up, we repost it, we share. But it's because of you guys, and I get so many messages about what people learned and how they were inspired and how they did something. And I know, I mean, just I can tell from the comments, people are so inspired by you. I'm so inspired by you. And someone just messaged me like over here. Giveaway. I forget. I always forget until the end. We've been doing like giveaways. If you're interested, that we just people have been doing books, but I like if someone's on, there's so many people on, if they want to screenshot and then maybe tag us and give us a takeaway. Like, what did they learn? You know, what did they learn from the talk today? What are they going to do different? You know, after
I'd be happy to send a giveaway. I would be happy to.
Amazing. It'll just be a surprise. It could be anything. It could be
it'll be a combo. It'll be a combo.
Amazing. Yeah. And someone, I have like messages all over. Someone asked about the website. Yes. So Bobbi has so many though.
Jones Road Beauty is a website. Evolution 18 is a website. And justbobbi.com, you'll find everything about me there.
Yeah. So I would say for sure go follow Bobbi just right here in the bottom. That's her Instagram handle. And then that way you can go to her other accounts and then you'll be able to go to her other websites and find all the things. I love the giveaways. That's so funny. I think you're on every day, right? I love that. And mine's on my profile after this. It's just serenaloves.com and you'll find all my things there too. But you guys, I always post the replays. So just, in my link tree, I have my YouTube. Go either subscribe or that's where you're going to go because we put it on YouTube first, YouTube and Facebook. It usually comes through later because my sister and I and one other person still manages this, so there's so many things to post. But YouTube and Facebook, they just kind of have one focus, and it's just the replays.
Are these good on YouTube? Because we just started a YouTube channel. You like these on?
Oh, yeah. So what we do is we just record it. Someone can record it on their phone or on their computer.
Yeah.
And then we have a girl, and you can probably have anyone do it. I just don't know how to do anything tech, but they just split the screen. So somehow they take me off the top and they put me on the side. So then it's side by side.
Jeez.
And then, so that's, I guess, the YouTube format is when they have, it's not up and down. And then we play it there. So we make it available for people everywhere.
Right.
So
and see, you figured that out. That's why you're an entrepreneur.
Well, that's, it's what you said. It's innovation and just not really knowing maybe that's really what makes an entrepreneur. Just figuring it out.
Yeah, and just do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no. Oh, it's been so great talking to you. I'm going to text you. I'm going to send you my number after this because I could talk to you for a while and I don't want to take up all your time.
Yeah. Well, I do like this thing where I have walking dates where I, schedule so we'll have to figure out, the hours because we're 3 hours apart, but I walk and I, no Zoom. I don't, I just talk and put my headphones on and, I just get to know people that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No,
so we'll set that up.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And then, I'm excited for you to come to Santa Monica. Have you done Reiki before? We'll do some oh, okay. Well, let me know if you're open. If you're not, it's okay.
I am. I'm totally open. For me to lay down and not move and have someone do something, yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm ready.
So we'll do that for sure. Yeah. And we'll do the culinary alchemy. And I'll see you on Clubhouse then.
Okay.
Or I'll hear you, but I'll text you right after this.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, thank you for asking me to do this. I really do appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I was so excited. My whole team, everyone's freaking out. Because you're amazing. And I'm just so grateful for everything you've done.
Well, thank you. And thanks to everyone that, stopped what they were doing and listened. So.
And stayed with us too.
And stayed, which is really nice. Yep. So, all right.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.